Now, Cody McPhee, he voices Norman. He's great. How did you know he was the perfect choice to you?
We'd just seen The Road. Well, The Road was released, and it was just an astonishing performance, you know. And you knew that he could really carry a real drama. And you know, Norman's stories, you know, it's quite a dramatic arc actually that he goes through, you know. So we needed someone that could really act. And then the great thing is when we met him, we found that he's quite comical as well, you know. Like he has a sense of humour, and he's quite good at he has good comic timing. He's sharp kid, So and we needed that with Norman, didn't we?
We did.
We didn't want Norman to just be kind of afflicted by this talent he has.
He's that character. I mean, it's an interesting movie in that almost every other character in it is stupid, and Norman is probably the only smart character. So that's kind of a lot. He's got to carry the movie. Yeah. He's got a lot of dialogue to deliver, and he can never come across as whiny or precocious.
Yeah.
So it's a real delicate balance. But Cody had that vulnerability and the comic timing that makes him seem a genuine kid. We never wanted these kids to feel like it was an adult voicing a kid or an adult writing. I know it was written by an adult, but I am very mature.
It's quite mature, you know.
And you've also got Jeff Garlin, who's great, and John Goodman and Anna Kendrick and Casey Affleck and Elaine Stritch.
Christmas Past over here.
Yes. Was this the cast you had originally envisioned?
Yeah, pretty much.
We spent a long time we don't go out to individual actors. In this, we wanted the ensemble cast. So we worked on gathering in our minds, figuring out who we wanted for the whole group, so they would all work together.
One thing we did was, especially for the kids in the van, because there's a gang, it's kind of like a Scooby-Doo-esque gang, and we needed them to work together because they spend a lot of the movie shouting at each other, talking over each other, bickering. It's rapid-fire dialogue. So we'd get designs of the characters, and then we'd cut together interviews of those stars that we were after, and just play them together whilst looking at these drawings. So we could find that real good mix with the different voices that work very well together, and there's a real rhythm,
music to it. And you have to get it right. Then we go out to all of them at once, and we got them all.
Yeah, that's great. And the humor I found, it's quick, it's sharp, and it's a little more geared for an older audience. Was that what you were really going for with the whole tone of the film?
Yeah, we wanted the movie to play on lots of different levels, you know, like it's a fun ride, you know, we want, you know, younger kids to be able to come to this and just experience the joy of going on a roller coaster ride. We've got some scares in there, but it's leavened with humour, you know, so there's scares, laughs, and
just coming at it from a writing point of view, I wanted the humour to be almost exclusively from character. So I think in that sense it does feel a little more mature, but I think that's just because it's not so reliant on pratfalls or characters farting. But having said that, I think you know, kids can relate to that, because certainly I know for a fact that kids can keep up with that kind of, you know, and it makes the characters more real as well.
Yeah. It's always good to have stuff for the grown-ups in the theatre as well, you know, like the whole family can enjoy it at different levels.
Yeah, so it's PG, it's an animated movie. It's at times pretty scary, I think, for very little ones. Are you worried at all that there are going to be some little kids in the theatre who are going to be frightened or
I think
scared?
Parents know their kids. Every kid's different. It's hard to just sort of like generalise about, you know, a 5-year-old or a 6-year-old. Different parents know. Some 5-year-olds are ready, some are not, you know, and it's probably down to the parents. So, you know, we were very responsible in the way we made it, I think, you know, and we didn't really want to just scare kids.
No.
You know, we didn't just want to leave them horrified, you know, there's a lot of humour in it.
Yeah. Most of the time when something gets really scary, we immediately kind of burst the bubble with a funny line or a character moment that brings it back down again. We wanted it to feel like a roller coaster ride. So there are scares, but again, it's like, you know, the movies that I remember from my childhood that meant the most, like the Disney villains, for example, they're always the scary ones that stick with you, and not in a bad way. They're the ones that you really root for the hero, because the hero's got something tangible to fight against.
And in this, and as in those films, the hero Norman overcomes these monsters and these scares. So any of the scary stuff, it's all gone by the end of the film, you know, and it's all actually explained in terms of like just human emotion and human thought, you know.
Yeah.
So.
Neil Gaiman said it about Coraline, actually. It's okay to show monsters as long as you show that they can be defeated. And I think that's a good lesson for kids to learn as well.
Yeah, and Coraline was also a little bit dark and also
Yeah.
from Focus Features.
Yeah.
So what can fans of Coraline really expect from ParaNorman?
Well, I think, you know, like the craft that you saw on Coraline, and we've taken that further. And, you know, like Coraline in some ways sort of started to open the door.
Yeah.
We hopefully, with this, we just wanted to kick the door open and just, you know. So we were incredibly ambitious. So the scope and scale, there's kind of more subtlety maybe in the facial animation. There's a lot of technical advances that we've made, and just overall, I think we've expanded the world of stop for
This is a big movie. This is probably the most ambitious stop motion movie that's ever been made.
Yeah.
Wow.